Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana here.
This is Elsie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker. This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Task on inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther III, and now from the top of Metal Mountain, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
Round 2 of East Coast Wrestling Month, my brother. Am I right?
Yep.
And Harley, here we go. This is the episode you've been waiting for that the dudes have been going to be doing. We've been plotting this episode for a while. Stirring this pot. Let's give a war. Dudes at Ringside, welcome to your favorite Rembrandt and Cosmic.
Hello.
What's up?
Harley.
Let's not welcome. Why not we welcome East Coast Wrestling Month with none other than two of my favorite people from the Indies, from PPW, yeah. PPW's own. Look at these two, awesome, the best of the best.
I don't know how I feel about PPW right now, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was really mad. I was mad. I had to even quietly, calmly, zip around the mouth, ask, did he just lose the title? No.
I got screwed is what happened. But
that's not cool. That is not cool. We're upset too because we were the home champion. We're like, no.
Imagine how I felt.
Yeah, you must have been mad.
We're both mad.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You'll get it back. We'll talk to the boss, don't worry.
I appreciate that.
Yes. We'll have a long meeting with him when in June. We'll be like,
and there you go. Harley says they are the best.
Yes.
You're the best, Harley.
Queen Harley has arrived. Princess Harley, the queen of the Indies right there.
Soon come.
Yep. Now she's going to need a crown. So if our international fans, are not familiar with you guys, introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm a gentleman, so ladies first.
I am a magical girl, and my partner name is Rembrandt, and together we get exactly what we want.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I mean, honestly, we do this because we like attention. You know what I mean? It feels good. It's the best high you can get. So, yeah, we're here. We love your attention. We're your favorites. And that's really how it goes.
Awesome.
So who trained you guys?
I was trained by the Amazing Red.
Wow.
And then in turn, I was trained by the Rembrandt.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Two good teachers at the Amazing Red. You can't get better than that right there.
That's the legend right there. The Indies legend right there.
The Underground King, yes.
And then you being taught by Rembrandt, I guess you're being taught by Red as well.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's
yeah.
so.
I remember meeting Amazing Red when I was living in Long Island at NYWC. I have a picture with him in the parking lot with one of the NYWC titles on his shoulder. Someone's being banged. Yeah.
No, it's all good.
People are reminding you, hey, aren't you supposed to be on a podcast today?
Yeah.
I am.
But no, honestly, I can say that learning from Red is probably one of the best decisions I made. And it shows in my work.
What would you say your favorite Amazing Red match is?
For me personally, I would have to say it's the one where he beat Joe for the X Division title.
Yeah.
That was my real first introduction to him, and like it kind of sucked me in. And then I told him this too, but also as a personal favorite, there was a live event they had at Coney Island, and I was a little kid when I went to go see it, and he was really the first like wrestler that showed me like, oh, like stocky mushrooms. I can be small and still do this. So
Okay. So is there any place in the world or the country you guys would like to travel to and check it out? You haven't been to yet?
For me, Japan. I'd love to go to Japan as a wrestler, as a visitor, as a magical girl, as your favorite. But really, like anywhere. Like take me, invite me, buy me a plane ticket.
Honestly, same here. Like the UK for sure. I went to Japan in the past, but definitely not as a wrestler. So I would love to do that. But fly us out, spend money on us. It's okay.
I'll definitely tell you guys definitely need to check out the indie promotion Coventry Pro Wrestling. They're in England. They're very good and they have a lot of good wrestlers, and I think you guys would fit in with that roster.
Wow. What's their name again?
Coventry Pro Wrestling.
Coventry Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
What's good? Holla at us. We like to fly.
Okay.
We got our passports ready and everything, baby.
Exactly.
Yes. We'll come with you. I think we'd blow it up in England because we have 13% of the fans in England right now with dudes at ringside.
13% right now, and growing. So
you get off the plane, it's gonna be like the Beatles, baby.
That's what I'm saying. England, we love you.
You guys are come party with the dudes at ringside. I would be like, oh, you guys are with the dudes.
Pizza,
that's it.
Tacos, and
like,
beers.
Just show me what some real chips are. You know what I mean?
So, tacos and pizza. Which one?
Ooh,
which one we going with here?
Harley's like, you guys gotta run the world one day.
I'd go for the pizzas right now. I'd say a well done pepperoni pizza with some nice garlic knots on the side.
Fresh Not too shabby.
Fresh garlic. I go fancy. I have to have a bottle of wine with it.
Okay.
I'm a little fancy sometimes.
So,
what about you, Geek?
What about you, Geek?
My favorite food?
Yeah, what do you want? Pizza or tacos?
Pizza's for me. Pizza. I'm a pizza guy, but I do love my tacos though. You know.
Yeah.
If I had to choose over pizza or tacos, I'd choose tacos.
Tacos.
And this is why we're a team, because so would I.
Yeah.
But would you drink it with a
filling.
margarita or just drink it with a soda or a water?
So I don't drink soda or alcohol, so water.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't drink either. But you give me a good smoothie, good pina colada with a little bit of salmon in there, we be all right.
That's good. Some people like it, some people don't. That's always good. That's good.
Different strokes.
Good.
Yeah. Good. And tacos are love. There you go.
That they are.
That's our mod. Our mod always helps us with the funny stuff. Adds the chime in.
Yeah. And what are you guys' inspirations as a wrestler? Like, who inspired you to become a wrestler? I'm sorry.
For me, it's not just one person. It's a lot of people. I obviously love China. I think Victoria she's so beautiful. Like, she's such a beautiful person inside out. I had a chance to meet her and she was like if I had a crush on her before, I'm in love right now. Like, she's so great. So it's just like a lot of people. I also really admired Chris Jericho for how he can change over time. He wasn't just the same character presented to you every single time. You can literally look back at a picture and be like, oh, this is when he was blah 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 blah. So it's like it takes you like time traveling, if that makes sense.
Like basically like the list, the little bit of the bubbling.
Yeah, everything. You just like it's just subtle things. Like even the way he used to wear his hair all curly on top. And then you can just like freeze frame, look at him and be like, oh, this was when.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Like in his beginning when he was the Lionheart, and then he came back, he had the short, spiky hair.
Exactly.
Out of all those Chris Jerichos, which one is like you're legit like that's my favorite Jericho? Which one?
It's hard to answer that.
Hmm.
I is that even when he was like serious and like a serious fighter versus when he was just being silly, it was just great all around. I can't pick anything. I like everything in general.
I like the goofy Chris Jericho when he had
Yeah.
on top, when he had the fat guy to come out with him.
Rufus.
Yeah.
Rufus.
You gotta put respect on Rufus' name.
Rufus. He came out with Rufus all the time.
Mine is probably the List Jericho.
The List.
Just because of how entertaining it was.
That's what I was just about to say. The List is probably my favorite Jericho too. Him and Kevin Owens just being goofy.
And you had no expectations from it, and yet it blew all your expectations away.
That and Jericho was another great one.
I forgot about their theme song.
Yeah.
Epic.
Good.
Jericho, right?
Like it always made me laugh anytime something he didn't like it. He was like, "That's it, you're on the list." Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I like it would always make me laugh that the stupidest things the crowd would go nuts for, something like that with Jericho. That like thing with his when he was younger, but now it's like anything Chris Jericho does is it gold. Like stuff he's done in AEW, the stuff he's doing lately, but it's just really good. So yeah.
Yeah, not even just in wrestling, even his entire life. Like
right,
that man can literally do whatever he wants.
He decided to be a rock star, like,
and he's good at it.
Yeah.
Yes, he wanted to be a podcaster, and he's good at that too. Like
he just does.
He's good at commentary. He's good at TV shows. He's just good at everything.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
But going back to like the inspirations and stuff, my inspirations is interesting. Like it started off with, like when I was younger, the Undertakers of the world, just because of like the theatrics of it all. Like I was really, really young. I think like 2 or 3 years old when I first saw Taker. So obviously I didn't care nothing about ring work. It was just the entrance and stuff. I was like, what the hell is going on? But as I got older, I started watching my Shawn Michaels, my Rocks, my Eddie Guerreros, Randy Ortons, eventually the AJ Styles of the world. But now, in my own personal journey, my inspiration comes from those that I call my peers. So the Mark Quinns of the world, the Leroy Greens of the world, the Cosmics of the world, the Chris Seatons of the world. Those guys that push me to be better, push me to stay sharp. Those guys are my inspiration now. Harley is my inspiration. The people who support us on this journey.
She said she says that you're her inspiration. You guys.
She melts my heart.
Another member of your team, and if she becomes a wrestler, I can see Harley joining your stable.
Right?
Yes, Harley will be the only fourth member we ever get. But yeah, like Harley, the people that support us on this journey, those are like my inspirations now to perform, to get my championship back that was robbed from me, to travel and to train even when it's freaking cold in New York and it's like 20 degrees and it sucks. Those are your inspirations. You just find them day by day, little by little.
Who would you say your dream match is if you could be against anyone?
Like a tag match or individually?
That's
that was Harley. I don't know if she meant the tag match or just in general a dream match. I don't know if that was just.
Well, if we go in tag match, for me, right now, I would say on a personal level, Private Party.
That'd be great. Yeah.
I haven't wrestled them in a long time, couple years actually. So to wrestle them with this incarnation, with the best partner in crime a guy can ask for, yeah.
Who would your tag partner be? She's looking.
What do you mean? I think he's here.
Geek, he's the heel. What is he doing, Geek? You're gonna insult the guest.
Dude, what?
Are you not paying attention? Like, I'm right here. I know you're looking.
I'm just gonna insult your guests.
I know, right?
He didn't get the assignment. Like,
yes, clearly. I only have one.
It's okay. Joe always gets yelled at. I think it's my turn at this time.
Guys, but see, that's why I'm the lovable panther that all the people want to pet and talk to, and Geek just stare at him going,
come on, I only got one partner. I'm loyal.
Yep.
All right. We got. Let's go. Love Cosmic and the one only Rembrandt. Hello, my family.
Woo!
Appreciate the love.
Yep.
Always showing love.
Gotta respect to these guys. They do
a
a lot.
Individual or both.
You guys are doing big things. Big things. Like.
Thank you.
And once again, I'll talk to your manager. We're getting that belt back. I'm gonna go carrying on him and be like, dude, you gave him his belt.
Can we actually talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Because I've been calling PPW, I've been calling management. No one wants to answer me. And I just want to say, I know I'm not the most likable person. I know I haven't been the greatest guy in the world or whatever. But like, I really got screwed last month. Like, if you look at the tape when it comes on Fight, you will see these guys all in a little huddle getting ready to kick the taste out my mouth. They watched as Chris Slade beat me up, okay? And look at the referee's count. Watch how fast that hand hits that man. I've never seen that man move that fast before. So, with that being said, since I have a platform here, Chris Slade, sir, if you can hear me, Paul Bowe, sir, PPW, whoever's running things over there, I want my rematch. And I want it soon. Very soon. And that's all I got to say about that.
Ooh, Geek, you need to make that a clip, and then you could send it to Rembrandt and have him post it on his page so they know you mean business.
Yes, because honestly, I don't like to brag. I don't like to be out here and let everyone know all the gritty details. But like, I won that title with honor. You know what I mean? Like, Isaac Rule, who was a great champion before me, he decided to make an entire faction of like 10 people to jump me. Okay? And I never complained. I just did what I had to do. When I had an injury to my knee, I didn't complain. Facade got a whole standing ovation. I just got a you should be wrestling. You know what I mean? I'm still hurt. And yet I still show up. I still wrestle, still do what I gotta do. You know why? Because I love what I do. But I'm not gonna stand for being screwed. And honestly speaking, if they want to play this game, we could play this game.
My favorite thing about PPW is how they hate having me, having us get our way, having us to like have to pretty much go around every little turn they give us, all these little obstacles we have to jump. But then it's like when we get aggressive and we start doing things, they want to kick me out of ringside. They want to ban me from ringside. When was the last time somebody was banned off ringside? Can I know that? Like, why am I personally being picked on? I mean, Slade had his little girlfriend there. She's there pulling little legs or whatever she's doing there. Why wasn't she banned? I just don't understand why. It just seems like they have a vendetta against us personally. So I don't know. PPW, if you have beef, what's up?
And also to even sweeten the pot much more, right? We do all of this for the company, right? Represent the company here. We're giving them free promotion, right? I'm not even on the flyer, but then they bring in Sam and Valerie after they know we gotta whip their monkey asses on Saturday. And Nanico, that's what they decided to bring in right after, just a slap in the face on top of everything.
Yep.
It's just a disrespect.
Yeah, I know. That's not
They
cool.
don't know how us New York City people are. Karma is coming to PPW by Cosmic and Rembrandt.
You see that?
Then I don't want to hear people booing us. I don't want them to be like, "Oh, you guys cheated. You guys actually we're taking everything they're giving us and we're still turning it into our favor." So, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
Exactly. And speaking of Sam and Valerie, we're gonna be in Nanacoke, Pennsylvania this Saturday. It's gonna be an all-day event, but we will be on show 2, excuse me. And we'll be facing Sam and Valerie, the hometown couple, if you want to call them that. And guys, I was really offended that you guys didn't remember my name. I stood up a lot of lonely nights crying about it, and I just want you guys to know that my hands are equal opportunity, and so for all the sleepless nights I had because you forgot my name, I'm gonna make you feel all of that on Saturday, just so you guys know.
Probably 2 weekends in a row.
Probably 2 weekends in a row, yeah. But I'm trying to work on my anger, so
yeah,
I can guarantee this weekend it won't be a good weekend for you guys.
Nope. So yeah, they'll be on let's hope that you guys bring home we know you guys will bring home the W, because when they come on our podcast in a few weeks, we'll be sitting there with puppy dog faces, big doe eyes, going, "We got beat up." We know you did, because we're the pro Rembrandt and Cosmic podcast, so we don't play that here.
Love it.
Love to hear it.
You're part of the dudes at Ringside Fam now, so
that's right, baby. That's right.
Part of the fam. Yes. So next question.
Go ahead, Joe. You continue.
So do either you guys collect anything?
I don't want to say. Okay, it's not something I realized I was doing or collecting, but I am an avid gamer. So my collection spans from like Nintendo 64 up until PlayStation 5. Okay. But I also recently began modding on PC. So, that helps me control my anger and stuff. But yeah, video games has definitely been something that I can say has been a collection of mine. I'm sure one day they will be very, 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 very valuable. But yeah, I have like my original Nintendo 64 cartridges, systems, etc., etc.
Okay.
All right. What would you say your favorite match is? Like, and it could be any match. It doesn't have to be any of yours. It could be any match.
Okay. Favorite matches. Right. This list is very fluid. I will be honest with you. It really does depend on the day because I love wrestling. But right now, one of my favorite matches has to be Randy Orton versus Mick Foley, Backlash 04. And as far as my own personal favorites, it is my tables match, the one where I won the No Limits Championship. Both on a personal level and a professional level. It's one of my favorite matches.
Awesome.
What would you say yours is?
I have a hard time picking favorites. I don't really have like a favorite, but I did love the Rock versus Stone Cold trilogy at all. Like they were just too great. I don't have yeah, like they were just it's just that they were all good for like their own reasons. I can't really pick like one specific one.
Yeah, my favorite match of all time has to be, I've said on every podcast, Geek knows what match that is. SummerSlam 1991, Mr. Perfect versus Bret Hart. Enough said.
I saw that much.
That match got me into, and that SummerSlam, except for the main event, was a little crap. I'm talking about the Sergeant Slaughter Ultimate Warrior versus the Core, and Warrior runs out and set the Slaughter and leaves Hogan there, and Hogan wins the match. But even though the ending with Miss Elizabeth getting married to Macho, and that was like everybody watched that, I'm not gonna cry. Dude, you crying? Shut up, man. Big tough Joe watching, and my friends walking. Joe, what are you watching? Nothing, man. Watching
It's only the most beautiful wedding in the world, yeah.
Oh my God, brother. Oh man.
Okada Omega 4 for me.
Number 4?
Okada Omega 4. 7 stars.
7 stars, brother.
All right. That one and so because that match told the entire trilogy right there, the whole story. So
Keith, you forgot one person when you asked what they collect. I saw Cosmic's face. You made it really sad. You didn't ask Cosmic.
Yeah.
What I ask?
I see. I caught your face, Cosmic. I know. I know he's mean. You just want to step on his foot and walk off.
I want to step on his face.
Yeah, you're probably taller than him too. Go, Cosmic, go.
I collect anime figures. That's what I collect. But not like just all in general. Just I collect just from like my favorite shows. I have like a little setup like right above me, if you can kind of see.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. So this is. Let me just show you guys.
Oh, yeah.
This is my little setup right here. Right now, it's a mixture of Sailor Moon and All Might from My Hero Academia, and then just like other little random ones.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Have you ever heard of you love anime? Have you ever heard of this Fists of the North Star?
Is that the old? It's like the 90s one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I have heard about that one. Yeah.
If you like blood and gore, oh my God! I told a friend to watch it, and he was like, "I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna suck." And he next to me saw me. He was like, "This, dude, you watched that?" I was like, "Yeah, I watched." He's like, "Dude," and all I did was this. He's like, because there's a thing the guy's doing karate and he hits all the pressure points, and the guy's like really big dude, and he hits all the pressure points and he goes, when he explodes. Into a pile.
Anime's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli, that is very dope too. My favorite is Spirited Away.
Yeah.
You and the mod can be friends.
Oh gosh. Are we gonna see it? Oh my God, we're best friends now. Yeah. My roommate from college, he had those anime books that just had the one picture and it had like a paragraph and stuff like that. So he had a shelf full of them.
Is it like the light novels or is it the manga?
Yes. It was like
the light novels, yeah.
It would have the picture of what's going on on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like those. And I'm like, when he came into college, his parents put the shelf down. I'm like, what is that? He's like, that's his books. And I'm like, yeah, it's a whole, like, we have DVD shelves for games.
Yeah.
One of just that. I'm like,
well, like light novels are a different culture. So like so you see here where they release like books versus like series 1, series 2, and it'll be like the book and the book title, and it's like that certain chapter of the book series. Light novels are like shorter, so the author actually releases them much more frequent. And the authors are actually more like on hand. It's not like where this person writes one book and then they don't write a book till 5 years later. The authors are from light novels release books like every few weeks, every few months, it's very like constant. So it's like literally, oh, this person just dropped their light novel. I gotta go get it.
That's crazy. Like there's so many there is so many different like animes that you can get your hand on these days. Like back in the 90s, you would have to dig through the shelves on like an FYE or Sam Goody. Well, I'm showing my age. Sam Goody and FYE and stuff like that. And you have to run in there because, am I right? Like, you had to go in those stores and like dig through those big ass buckets. My friend had to Joe, dig your way in to find the best movie. Okay, hold on.
Were you just like picking it based off what the cover looked like? Or did you already know what you were looking for?
Like my friends were looking for. I know sometimes my friends would toss me in the bucket to find it, and those the never-ending buckets till I find the wood on the bottom. Like, I think I hit the bottom. I got your movie, and I think it broke 5 teeth.
It was a wild time in the 90s. Like I was a Sailor Moon fan since I was a child. Like that I can say like full-heartedly, like Sailor Moon is like my favorite. There's no like doubting that, but it was wild because you couldn't really find Sailor Moon merch the way you can find it now. There were no real stores designated for Sailor Moon stuff because it was still technically Japanese cartoons, even though it was shown in America and it was shown in English and everything. Toys R Us rarely released anything actual toys of Sailor Moon, and when they did, not all Toys R Us carried them. So like me being 5 years old and a crazy Sailor Moon fan, talking to my mom, she just said that one day I started talking about Sailor Moon and then I never shut up. I never stopped. So she would like have to go outside and be like, Sailor Moon. And she's like Hispanic. So she's like trying to speak in English when her actual language is Spanish. And me, I'm telling her like, oh, it's a Japanese cartoon, but it's they dubbed it or in English. So a lot of the times the only stuff you can find was like a lot of bootlegs. So Sailor Moon but off colored, or Sailor Moon under a different name like Planetary Girls, or but it didn't matter to me because it was so close to Sailor Moon, which there was no merch. Like now there's merch anywhere you go, Walmart, Target. It's like in mainstream now. It's like a normal thing. You walk down the street, you find anime culture alive. Where before it wasn't. It wasn't like that. You literally had to look and you had to just take what you got. And for me, it was a lot of bootlegs. It was a lot of off-color Sailor Moon girls, Sailor Moon with orange hair, red hair. It didn't matter to me. I was just like, I want it.
Yeah, I would always see that like you go to like a Toys R Us and you're like, okay, I'm gonna find some cool toys, and then it's like, nope, that's not supposed to look like that. Have you ever seen the toys that you go to the store and you think you're gonna get the good toy, you bring it home and the one eye's straight and the other one's crooked?
It was just how it was, at least when I was a kid. That's why as a grown-up now, I'm like buying all the official merch, these little figures. I buy it all up. That's like my guilty pleasure.
Your bank account's like, no, stop it. You're breaking the table.
I mean, I do good, but Oh, I was going to say, Harley got me a Sailor Moon like piggy bank, and I was just and she just went to like Hobby Lobby to get it. But do you see what I mean? It's just like this wouldn't have happened when I was a child. You wouldn't just be able to go to your run-of-the-mill store. And then when you even found the bootlegs, it was like at a 99-cent store or like those, Asian stores that just sold like a variety of things, not really just one thing.
Yeah.
So it was a wild time to be an anime fan in the 90s.
Yeah, like as you say, Cosmic, like you back in the 90s, in the 2000s, you couldn't just go to the mall and go.
Yeah, you couldn't.
I'm gonna go to a Chinese store and buy a bunch of Godzilla stuff. You have to
That
go.
and also tape trading too, because some people, tape trading was big back then. You had to say, who do I know in Japan that could send me some tapes?
See, so tape trading was definitely before my time, but Red told me stories about it.
Yeah,
So I
think we heard this
crazy it
about
was.
like wrestling, how people used to trade tapes of them being live at live events and then trading them for other live event tapes.
Yeah. Back in the day when I used to go to shows with Joe, it'd be like, Joe, with tapes, oh, look at this Japanese DVD right there with it's FMW DVD.
Yeah,
So
Cactus Jack on the cover like this, all bloody.
So back in those ROH days, and now you can just
whatever. Yeah.
Now you have Fight TV, you have New Japan World, you have Stardom World, you have all these different streaming services that you can just watch.
Not to cut you guys off, but I'm looking at the comments here, and I got called Android 18, and Cosmic got called Android 17. And while I appreciate that, I feel like the role should definitely be reversed.
It's reversed.
Just saying. She's definitely 18, and I'm definitely 17. Wanted to throw that out there because, I'm a big Dragon Ball guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel that, like, as we were saying, like, you couldn't, like, now, like, back in the day, you couldn't just go to the mall and go find a store that has all the Japanese merch in there, like Godzilla and Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. You can't go there nowadays. You go to the mall and there they are. Boom, they're all over the place. Like,
you guys are getting some good people on here. I just need to say Cosmic and Rembrandt are the best. Legit, they helped me so much more than they will ever know. They are my idols and inspiration to start wrestling.
Yes, love to hear that. Love that.
So would your first match be against Cosmic?
I mean, it would be a rite of passage.
So one way to know she's ready, right?
Or would it be like what are your thoughts?
Bring it, Harley. Bring it.
Oh, you seen that? Oh gosh. See? We're gonna have Harley on a panel one day and have you two like on the bottom. Ding ding. Yes, no.
Maybe. Say maybe.
Crying emoji. Next one is coming. So, what are you guys like? What are your guys' opinions on intergender wrestling?
I mean, I think, like with everything in life, things evolve. And I feel like wrestling is one of those sports where you can have that evolution make sense. You think about weight classes, right? We used to be big on heavyweights, cruiserweights, light heavyweights, et cetera, and then what ended up happening? You had your Rey Mysterios of the world, your Macho Mans of the world, who were smaller wrestlers, who then made it normal for smaller guys to wrestle heavyweights. And then you had your world heavyweight championships just become your world championships. Well, if you look at it realistically, there are plenty of women who genuinely can just kick a man's ass. It is true. Cosmic is one of those women that can genuinely just kick a dude's ass. So for us, we're seamless. You can slide one of us into any scenario, whether that's Cosmic wrestling a man or Rembrandt wrestling a woman, or us wrestling both, or one or the other, whatever situation comes up. But I do believe that it is a natural part of things. Now, how far we go into it representation-wise, that's beyond me, because I do like the representation of having, like, your men's champions, your women's champions, because I don't think we should dismiss the rise that women have had in the past decades. So that part, I don't know, maybe we have a men's, a women's, and then an intergender division.
I was gonna say you should just definitely have an intergender belt somewhere.
Yeah, like that would be cool. But
wouldn't it be also awesome, like, if we had a woman steal a man's championship? Like, that would be so great.
Or why not have one belt?
Yeah, like, just because you're the biggest person in the room doesn't mean you're the fastest or the swiftest or the smartest. You know what I mean? That size is a good thing to have on your side, but it's not everything. You know, it's a never-ending story of like David versus Goliath. Like,
Yeah, look at Rhea Ripley. She's freaking huge. You know.
she is huge.
Yeah.
She is huge.
Raquel Gonzalez. She could face somebody too. So
Like me and Geek have said this. We want to see a match between Roman Reigns and what you said and Rhea Ripley one day.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, honestly, like I just think I think eventually with some sports, maybe all, like that's just the natural progression of things. Like with everything, like we're different, but we're similar in some aspects. But our differences also make us effective in different ways. So who's to say that, Cosmic can be the world champion one day?
Yeah.
Because I, helped her to become what she is. And I helped her when I was helping her become that. We trained to face men and women. So that way, no matter what gender came her way, she had a fighting chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
So, do you guys have any upcoming shows or?
Yeah, so we have this Saturday night, March 5th, in Nanticoke, Pennsylvania for Northern Tier Wrestling. It'll be myself and Cosmic teaming up. We take on Sam and Valerie. We will be on show 2. It is a 2-show event. The first show, I believe, starts around noon. Don't quote me on that, though. Then there's a meet and greet. The second show will be on that second show. Next week, we have PPW Ring of Roses. We will be at the event. Like PPW always loves to do to me. I have no clue what I will be doing, but we will be there, and hopefully I will be getting my title back.
Yeah, definitely.
Geek, where's the poster? You were supposed to show the post. See,
yeah.
See what happens when you do 2 shows in the one day, guys. Geek goes a little mushy brains.
Listen, I understand that Cosmic's presence makes a lot of people nervous, so I expect.
I can't help it. It's natural.
There we go.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go. They look like a younger, pure version of us, but they don't have they haven't sacrificed enough yet, and that's why, they can't match up.
You guys look like the fun people. They look like they look like they're gonna give us a little bit of try to be snotty to us next week, Monday after next. I think you two are gonna have to come in the chat to keep the show happy and bubbly. I think they're gonna be boring. Just saying.
I mean, hey.
And there's
be able to come in the chat on Twitch that day, and the show may be a little dry, maybe a little like.
Oh yeah, it needs some flavor, is what you're saying.
Yes, it's like
some sazon,
probably
some seasoning.
It's gonna be a little steak and a Pepsi. We need a little panil and a little rice and beans and a little action. That and get a Goya section. Gotta put a Goya section in that Walmart. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And then social medias you guys have where people can find you.
Mine's is at @YesCosmic. I post pretty much my wrestling stuff, my fitness stuff, my collector stuff. You get a little bit of everything, pretty much.
Uh-huh. You guys are awesome.
You can follow me at the Rembrandt. I post whatever I feel like when I feel like it. You don't gotta follow me. I probably won't care. But if you do follow me, it's lit. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
We want to thank you guys so much for coming on and taking the time out your day. So you guys have been awesome. So I'm Metal Geek.
Guys.
I'm Joe Panther III, and
I'm Cosmic.
And we will see you guys in the next one.